Welcome to another Data Vault Q&A. I'm Julien Redmond from Ignition, and joining me again is Nols Eberson, our resident Data Vault expert. Hi, Nols.
Hi, Julien.
Okay, your question for today. How do we give businesses the flexibility and autonomy to create new data products and still maintain good governance and IT rigor?
Oh, that's quite the question. But it's not as complicated as it seems. Within an architecture, the better the architectural pattern, the more flexible the architectural pattern, the easier it would be to service different needs. So the architectural requirements or the architectural patterns we are looking for is an architecture that allows us to decouple the different parts of the architecture to allow things to change or be plugged in and added or subtracted without undue impact within the architecture. And so Data Vault offers us the opportunity where the raw data is coming through. We've actually decoupled at an information level. The business keys and relationships are expressly different things because they have a different purpose. They're there for integration. And our satellites allow us to describe either the business keys or the relationships. And so we've decoupled those elements. If I have 6 systems that describe customer, that never happens, right? If I have those 6 systems, each one of those systems will have their own satellite. So I'm not forced into this forced integration / conformance sticky mess unnecessarily. And so from that perspective, it gives us great flexibility to expand it. Now, when it comes to business areas wanting to create new data products, whether this is from a forecasting perspective or a product perspective or a quantitative or AI initiative that we want to plug into the rest of our results, because arguably the use of AI or other products are limited if you do not bring it back into your data landscape, the decisions, the insights that were derived, and integrate it with the rest so that it becomes an enterprise asset. If you don't do that, you're missing a tremendous amount of value. And so a lot of business areas now go, hang on, what if we do this thing that creates this new data insight and we want to then offer it back to the organization as a value add? And so how do we facilitate that? In Data Vault, it's very simple in that the patterns, the architectural patterns have the raw data coming in. It has specific places for drawing from the raw data, doing the necessary derivations, creating the new data product, and then providing it back like another source system. And that is placed in the Business Vault, and it's still integrated, and the business has complete control over that product. So whether they use SAS or R or AI or Gemini or any of the AI engines out there to go and create this artifact, we don't care, because the output is the evidence of the rules that were applied. And so that evidence is what we're interested in, because that is exactly what we receive from our source systems. Our source systems, the evidence of the business processes that is executed is represented in the data. And so we do apply exactly those same principles to our derived data, and we provide the business with a single repository where all of this is available. Now, if the businesses then want to maintain governance, security, and all the rest, because it's a new or separate artifact, it's very simple to secure, it's very simple to govern, it's very simple to either allow or not. And so from an end user perspective, you now have, let's use a food analogy, you go onto a cruise ship, and there's the buffet. No one cares whether you go for the dessert first and then the veggies, or if you skip the veggies entirely, no one cares. And so that's exactly what we have in our Data Vault. We don't care how you consume it or which order in which you consume it, as long as the product that you're after is in the buffet. And that's where the Business Vault helps us to get those derived products, you know, the ice sculpture there, if that's what you're interested in. It's a derived item, right? And so whatever that derived item is, it's readily accessible by the end user, given the appropriate security and or access requirements. So this gives us great ability to apply governance, because the things we ask for is the metadata. If you want to play, bring us the metadata. What's the definition? When can I use it? When can't I use it? Who do I contact? If I have questions, what's the use case for this? And where should I combine? What can I combine with what to essentially create a good insight? So that context is really important and forms part of your governance. You may give it a rating from a data quality perspective. You may give it a rating as far as your integration objectives, your master data management objectives may be. And so there's a plethora of extended attributes from a metadata perspective that is possible for these derived artifacts because it's created internally. And so you have full access to it. And so the business maintains their autonomy, their decision making, and it moves at the speed the business needs to move. Very important. But the architecture has decoupled these elements. It's separated the raw data from the derived data. It separated the business rules out, got the three types of business rules: hard, soft, and good functional or consumption rules. And so those soft rules, which creates the new data, is where the business is typically creating their data product.
Yeah. Well, it just shows how flexible Vault is. It's and extremely relevant in the new world of AI as well.
Absolutely.
So thanks for joining today. If you have any questions that you would like to pose to Nols, then please send them our way. We'll be happy to answer them. And we'll see you again on another Data Vault Q&A. Thanks, Nols.
Have a great day.